So I have my 2 eggs in the pan, and they are being scrambled to put in my pork and shrimp fried rice. And as you can see, my 2 eggs, they are done. So I'm going to take them out and put them to the side. What I'm doing now is putting some hot oil of my choice in my frying pan. If your choice is olive oil, you can use that. You can use vegetable oil, avocado oil, whichever one is of your choice. And I'm going to cook 1 pound of shrimp. And I'm going to add just a little bit of seasoning to it, salt, a little bit of pepper, and I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder to them. And I'm going to cook these till they're nice and pink and good to go. After cooking my shrimp and taking them out, I cleaned up my pan, got it nice and hot again, added a little more oil, and this time I have some nice cut up red onions, and I'm going to saute those for a little bit. And also, if you want to do something nice and quick and easy, what you can do is get you a bag of frozen carrots and peas. And what I did, I got a bag of those. They cost $1 at the Dollar Tree. And you can just take those and start sauteing them with your onions as well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just let these go ahead and cook and saute and stir them for about 2 minutes. So as I'm sitting here stirring and sauteing my vegetables, we're going to keep those going for a little bit more. And as I do that, I'm going to come over here and cut up some green onions to add into it later. So let's keep on sauteing for another minute and a half. So as I'm sauteing, my vegetables are still a little firm. So what I decided to do was add a 1/4 cup of water. And I'm going to keep sauteing them so they get nice and firm, nice and tender like I want them. So what I'm doing is I'm still sauteing my peas and carrots, because as I sampled one, they still were a little too firm for my liking. So as a home cook, when you taste something, sometimes you got to tweak what you're doing. And so what you do is you do it according to your likeness and your taste. And so since they were still a little too firm for me, I continued to saute mine. So finally my peas are tender just like I like. So what I did was I added my scrambled egg back in. And we're going to saute that for a minute. And so the next thing I did was I added 2 cups of cold 1-day-old rice. And I'm going to saute those together. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add my cooked shrimp from earlier. And we're going to let those saute and mix those together. So the next thing you do is you add some soy sauce so you can give it some nice color. Which I shook in about 3 tablespoons. You can add more if you like. And I have one more thing I'm going to do. And that will be adding my ground pork that I cooked earlier. So I just added in my ground pork. And I think I'm going to put in a little bit of ginger powder. And a little bit more of seasoning salt. Give it a good stir. Mix it up nice and good. And I have my green onions that I cut up earlier. We're going to sprinkle those for a little garnishment. And you have delicious shrimp and pork fried rice. I hope you enjoy.